Hey, Canada. Well, you know, a minor hockey association in New Waterford, Nova Scotia, is waiving its $500 registration fee in the hope that more kids will take to the ice. The association believes the cost of the sport was preventing some children from playing. Good morning, AM and Kels.
Good morning, Brandon.
Do you think enrolling kids in sports is expensive?
Yeah,
oh my gosh,
sure.
yeah, hands down. Like, there's no argument about that. It is really expensive, and you have to pick and choose. And we only have one kid in sports right now, and albeit they're 4-year-old sports, so they're not even as expensive as they get when they get older and better. But I can't imagine having 2 or 3. I mean, you have 3.
We have 3 kids. It is thousands of dollars a year.
It's a big expense
It really
that comes
is.
out of the family income. But this is what we're taking a look at today, the cost of getting your child into sports. And you know what? According to a study by CIBC, 1 in 3 Canadian children are not participating in organized sports because it's just too expensive to take part in. And one of the barriers, well, 2 of the barriers are the fact that you have enrollment fees and equipment costs. And when you think about it, you know, parents, like you said, AM, spend thousands of dollars. Like on average, this study said that per child, parents spend nearly $1,000 per sport to participate in. So let's say if your child is doing numerous sports, that adds up quickly. And if you have multiple children doing numerous sports, well,
something's got to give.
Right. And what does give? So we want to take a look at how is this affecting the popularity of sports in Canada? Because we know, you know, our national sport is hockey. But hockey is a very expensive sport to participate in. I mean, on average, according to the Canadian Youth Sport Report, parents spend over $1,500.
Yeah.
And that's on the lower end of things. I mean, you can easily spend nearly $10K per year when there's tournaments, when you gotta go across the border, when you gotta go to various different things, hotels, all these different things, new equipment every single year because your child is growing. That adds up a lot. So what we're actually seeing is that hockey, less children are actually participating in the sport and are choosing other activities to participate in, like swimming, for example. The cost, the average cost, you wanna guess how much?
For swimming for a year?
Yeah.
$800.
Less than that, around 400.
Wow. Okay,
Around
big
400.
difference.
Big difference. And you're still getting your exercise and so forth, and you're getting your activity, but it might not be the sport that maybe your child really wants to participate in. But then what do you do when you can't afford it? How do you make those tough decisions?
Well, I know a lot of parents rely on school programming to get their kids active, but unfortunately those are at the at the stake of, say, a teacher strike or whatnot, or the activities being programmed through the school, and they're not necessarily getting the same consistent opportunity to do it. You end up, I think, just not registering your kids in sport, in organized sport, because you can't afford it, and then we know that that impacts their health as well, and we talk a lot about rising rates of obesity and overweight children who aren't getting active enough. Well, they can't. If they can't spend a lot of money to do it, it gets tricky.
Not to mention the link back to mental health, because we know that if kids are physically active, it improves mental health. We're seeing, you know, Ben was just talking about the mental health concerns within children in Canada. And when you take sport out, that's what happens. Unfortunately, a lot of times we're not comfortable just letting our kids play and go to the playground and play. There's this pressure or this need to feel like I need to have my kids in A, B, and C.
Right. Well, Canada, we want to ask you your #YourTake question. Which sport is the most affordable for kids? I mean, you have the experience with you right now. Let us know. Have you found it difficult to enroll your kids in sport? Let us know right now on social media. We want to hear from you.